Yo YouTube, it's Anarchist of Darkness, also known as your Killing Tim Color Struck. I'm here to do this video on MILO Yiannopoulos. I don't know how to say his last name, but over the weekend or in the last 5 days, we got word that this MILO Yiannopoulos was going to be a keynote speaker at CPAC, and I guess that's the biggest conservative convention in the country. And I didn't know who this guy was until I went and watched it wasn't the Daily Show. What's that dude name from HBO or Showtime? I can't remember. Bill Maher show, right? And he had an argument in which he called one guy was a former intelligence officer for the United States of America. The other one was the guy, I can't remember his name. I always forget his name. He had his own show, the Weekly Show, I think it was called. Something. No, it wasn't the Weekly Show. It was something. I can't remember what it was called, but it was on Comedy Central. It was just like it was like the black version of the Daily Show. It didn't last very long. It was like up for like a year and some change. He eventually called him, no, he didn't call him, he called them stupid. He said they were stupid, they had low IQs, and they didn't know what they were talking about. And from jump, I didn't like this guy because he's very snobby. But then I saw the interview with him and Joe Rogan. And I guess by this time, they already had decided he was going to go ahead and not do it anymore. He lost his book deal, apparently. And the guy is so problematic. Like, all right, so during the Bill Maher show, he was talking about how, oh, he can't be this, he can't be that. He has a black boyfriend and he's gay. And he basically, he's one of those people who, he's basically, you know, Ben Carson for gay people, right? Ben Carson's, what do we call? We call them coons, right? They purposely push a narrative in order to make money, or they push a narrative to be accepted by white people. They push this narrative that, like, black people are lazy, black people are this, black people are that. And they do it on purpose to be more widely accepted. Because the country is 60% white, and most of those white people would rather see you push that narrative versus the narrative, whereas how do you put it, that we're not some type of fucking monolith, right? Anyway, he's basically that. So for gay people, so for some reason during this interview with Joe Rogan, he's talking about how when he was 14 years old, he had sexual relations with a priest. And he was talking about how that at 14 years old, it was everything he did with that priest was consensual. He refused to drop the priest's name. He also said something about people in Hollywood, how they do the same thing. And he sat and for this whole 6 minutes of this video, he sat and protected pedophiles, saying that a lot of these young boys are out here looking to do to have power. He said some shit like a 14-year-old boy out here will be looking to have sex with someone who is older so they can have power over them. At what point is being 14? First of all, when you're 14, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're not having clear thoughts. Your hormones are going out of the fucking place. You can't be really held accountable for anything that you do when you're 14 years old, especially when it comes to sex. Especially when you're having sex with somebody that's over fucking 18 years old. Okay? You're not held accountable. They are held accountable because they are in their adult stage. You, at the age of 14, you're not an adult. So this guy sits and defends basically pedophilia, and he wouldn't name drop who did what. He just kept basically victim blaming, I guess, himself and others younger men who end up having sex with these older guys in Hollywood, and I guess in the Catholic Church. And he's it's like, how sick do you have to fucking be to be that that fucking mixed up? While this is not something that directly, I guess, affects me, but I understand that having him be the keynote speaker would have been a fucked up move, because then you could motivate a whole lot more people to be homophobic, to hate transgender. Because lately, when he was on Bill Maher, he was talking about how transsexuals are sick, that they're sick people, and the only reason why they choose to be that way is because they're sick and they want to be able to do sick things to each other. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it's like whenever you see Stacey Dash or Omarosa or fucking Ben Carson, it's ridiculous. It's like I said, it's like coon. Like, what do you call a coon for the gay community, the LGBTQIA community? Like, what do you call these people? Like, I subscribe to this guy on Facebook, The Love Life of an Asian Guy, and he calls Uncle Tom's in Asian Uncle Wong's. So we gotta figure out what to call this MILO Yiannopoulos guy. Alright guys, I just wanted to hurry up and do that video. I was bored sitting in my car. I'm waiting for help these kids off the bus or whatever. Alright, hope you guys have a good day. Thank God that this guy is not doing the CPAC thing. Like, I really care about CPAC, but when spreading hate is not a good thing, and that's what he was there. That's what he was going to be there to do. Because, you know, somebody in that community spreading that amount of hate is more accepted than somebody who's not a part of that community accepting hate. That's why they find Stacey Dashes for black people. That's why they find Omarosas and fucking Ben Carsons and Floyd Mayweathers. That's why they always find the coons. Because they know these people really don't give a fuck. They want money. They want acceptance. They don't really believe half the shit that's coming out of their own mouth. All right, guys, have a good day.